All right. Today we have Matthew Creek with us, and we will be teaching him about the clarinet. So I want you to take your box and make sure before you open your clarinet that the label is facing up.
Gotcha.
And go ahead and open. And so real quick, I'm going to teach you about the anatomy of the clarinet, all right? So the bottom of the clarinet, we start with this piece. We call it the bell. We call it the what?
The bell.
The bell, perfect. All right, and then next we have the bigger of the two pieces, and because these two look very similar, but the bigger one we call the lower joint. And so what we want to do is we just want to go ahead and attach that like that, stick it right in.
Okay.
And then we have the next piece is the upper joint. And one thing when we're connecting the upper and lower joints is we want to make sure that this key right here is held up so that when we put it on, it doesn't jam into this piece right here. So you just want to hold down this last, the second to last tone hole right here, and just slide it on there. Make sure it's lined up. All right. So far we have the bell, the lower joint, and the upper joint.
Okay.
And then next, we have this right here, which is the bridge between the upper joint and the mouthpiece. And so that just, you can kind of see that this end is a little bit bigger than this end, just slightly. So you want to take the bigger end and connect that with the upper joint, all right? And then what you want to do is, this is your mouthpiece. This silver thing on the outside is just a case for it. So you can go ahead and take your mouthpiece out and put the silver thing back in. And then what we want to do is we want to take the hole of the mouthpiece, so this slender vertical opening, and we want to take that and we want to line it up with the back side of the clarinet. There is a hole and a thumb rest, and it should be in line with that. And so you can kind of finagle the clarinet around a little bit so all three of them are in line. All right? So I want you to, I'm going to take this all apart, and then I want you to put it back together, okay?
Gotcha.
Alrighty. What was this piece called again?
The mouthpiece.
The mouthpiece, great. And this is called the barrel. I don't know if I said that, but this connecting piece is the barrel. And then we have the upper joint and the lower joint. So I am just sitting these back in here for you.
Okay.
Alright, so I want you to go ahead and start, and I want you to tell me the pieces that you're putting together when you're putting them together, okay?
Okay. So you're going to start with the bell. You're going to start with the bell.
Yes.
And then what you're going to do is attach the lower joint.
Yes.
Okay. We'll attach that to the bell. From there, you'll get the upper joint. And then when you are attaching the upper joint, you want to push down this last key. That way it doesn't jam with this piece right here, because you want to make sure it's lined up and everything. So the key is pushed down so it doesn't jam, but it is lined up. Okay. And then the barrel goes on top there. And then the mouthpiece has this little silver thing on top that you take off to get the actual mouthpiece. And then the little slot on the back is what you line up with this thumb rest, this open hole. And then, as you said, just kind of finagle it, you know, until they all line up.
There we go.
There's no exact science, but we'll get there.
Yes.
Almost. Okay. And then this silver thing just stays on?
Yes, I will tell you about that once I show you. This right here is your reed.
Okay.
Mine is a little blue right now because, like I said, the mouthwash dyed it blue.
Okay.
But that is okay because then at least it will taste minty fresh.
Okay.
So this is a reed. You attach this to the mouthpiece, but when you attach it, you have to be super careful because the end is very fragile. So what we don't want to do is when we're attaching it to the mouthpiece and it's not lined up correctly, we don't want to jam our finger down on it because that can easily break the mouthpiece because the end is super brittle. So I want you to put this in your mouth and just get it wet. Just suck on it a little bit.
That tastes minty.
Yes, minty. Alright, so that should probably be good. And then next I will just run you through this side by side. So this little silver piece right here that tightens and untightens, this is what we call the ligature. So this is what attaches your reed to the mouthpiece, okay?
Okay.
And so the way you make sound is when you blow onto the mouthpiece, the reed vibrates against the mouthpiece, and that's how you create your sound. So what you want to do is you can actually take the ligature off and take the worded side of the clarinet and place it flat against the mouthpiece. Yes, and you want to line it, the tip up with the top. Yep, and then we'll slide the ligature on. There is a little line at the top of the clarinet. I don't know if you can see it on that side.
Yes.
That you want to line the top of the ligature up with, and then you can just tighten it from there.
Slowly but surely.
Yes. And then it's always, if you find that your reed is not lined up, you can always just loosen it, fix it up a little bit, but that looks pretty good. Alright, so, what we're going to do next is I want you, this is your anatomy of the clarinet, okay? And I want you to name the pieces for me as I point to them, okay? So this is the
bell.
Yes.
This is the lower
joint.
Lower joint.
Yes.
Upper joint. The barrel.
Yes. And then this black top piece.
The mouthpiece.
And this.
The reed.
Yeah. And
the ligature.
The ligature. Great job. All right. So this is the anatomy of the clarinet. Yeah, just what some of the basic things you want to remember is that your keys are lined up on the side right here, the one that we had to lift for, just to make sure it's not jammed in place, and that on the back side of the clarinet, the back hole and the thumb rest and the reed/mouthpiece are all lined up, like so, okay?
Yes.
So what we're going to work on next is we're going to try and make a crow. So we're going to try and make a sound with the barrel and the mouthpiece. So if you want to go ahead and detach the upper parts, just the barrel and the mouthpiece.
Yes.
You can take this.
Thank you. Okay.
Yes, and just lay the rest of it flat across your lap. Yes. Even it doesn't matter. Yeah. All right. So the way that we form our mouth around the clarinet is called embouchure, which I'm sure you probably have already heard of in brass. So the embouchure type that we're looking for a clarinet is what you want to do is you want to have your lower lip flat against the reed, no teeth on the reed because that will easily break the reed, and then your top teeth can be on top of the mouthpiece. And so you want to form like an ooh with your mouth, but with your bottom lip in and your top teeth on.
Okay.
So go ahead and try and put that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and make it like tight around the. There we go.
Okay.
All right. So when we're trying to make a sound, you can take it out.
Okay.
When we're trying to make a sound on the clarinet, the way we do it is we blow hard and fast, and that way the sound can travel through. So what I want you to do is I want you to put the clarinet mouthpiece back in your mouth, and then just try and blow as hard as you can to make the sound. Alright, so make sure your top teeth are touching the top of the mouthpiece, and you can actually put it a little bit farther back into your mouth. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
And then tight around so no air is escaping except for through the clarinet. So just go hard and fast. Alright, so we talked a little bit about embouchure, and what we realized was that he was putting a little bit too much pressure on the reed portion of the mouthpiece, and that way it wasn't allowing the reed to vibrate and make a sound. So we corrected it, so we're going to have him make a crow. Yes! Alright, so let's practice a little bit with the crow on like sustaining notes. So we'll do a whole note, so I'll count you in 3, 4, and then you hold it for 4 counts, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, great job. Alright, now let's practice a little bit with some different like types of notes. So let's do a quarter note, quarter rest, quarter note, quarter rest, okay? Alright, so 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, great job. Alright, so let's put the mouthpiece back onto the clarinet and make sure, to line it up in the back.
Okay.
Alright, so now what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and make a sound with the entire instrument, okay?
Okay.
So what I want you to do is you don't have to put any of the fingers down. Yes, you are holding the clarinet correct, actually. So this back piece right here for the camera, this is where you rest the clarinet like on your thumb there.
Okay.
So yes, that is correct. Yep, and then you can line your fingers up with your pointer finger right here, and then your middle finger, your ring finger, and then your pinky just hangs out over there.
Okay.
And then these fingers you line up in the same way on the different holes. Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so, and then for most notes we'll be holding down this key in the back with your left thumb, but like you don't have to hold down any of the keys right now.
Okay. What
What I just want you to do is I want you to try and just make whatever sound you can.
Okay.
So just go for it. Yes, great job. That was actually really good. Oh, nice. All right, so the first note I'm going to teach you is an open G.
Okay.
So the open G is actually what you just did, was not holding down any of the keys at all.
Okay.
So let's try and hold an open G for 4 counts. Okay. So I'll count you in 3, 4, and then you start. All right. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Just pressing a key on accident.
That's all right. All right.
We're good
Let's do
now.
it again. Okay. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all right. That's all right. At least you're making sound. That's
Sound's
progress.
happening.
Yes, sound is good. All right. So yeah, let's try to focus in on the G a little bit. It's okay if the pitch wavers in and out. That's totally normal for beginning clarinet. So yeah, let's just try it. If not, totally fine. All right. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. All right. So let's do that again, but with quarter note, quarter rest, quarter note, quarter rest. All right. Okay. Ready? 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. All right. So in review, the open G was with how many fingers down?
No fingers down.
No fingers down. Perfect. All right. And what is the type of embouchure we're looking for? So, are my front teeth, are they, like my front top teeth, are they on the mouthpiece? Yes or no?
Yes, they are.
And your bottom lip is flat? Yes or no?
Yes.
And there is no air escaping through the sides, right?
Right.
All right. So how does the clarinet make sound? How does the reed play into factor with that?
So when I blow onto the mouthpiece, the reed vibrates